All right. Does Jaime Munguia have a chance? Does Jaime Munguia have a real chance, a realistic chance of beating Canelo Alvarez? Most people would say no. I say yes. I broke down his last fight against John Ryder. I'm going to start the live off like this. Canelo was able to stop Caleb Plant. David Benavidez wasn't. One of the main arguments of Canelo, the Canelo camp or the Canelo fans, they say shit like, well, Canelo stopped Plant, David didn't, so Canelo hits harder. Well, Jaime Munguia was able to stop John Ryder. Canelo was not able to stop John Ryder. And the Canelo that fought Caleb Plant was a different Canelo. Each year, Canelo looks worse and worse. He looks slower and slower. And that's no offense. That's just Father Time. That happens to all fighters. So Canelo's on the other side of his career now. He's on his way down the hill. And Jaime Munguia is on his way up. He's young. He's in his 20s. He was able to stop John Ryder. He's taller than Canelo. Jaime Munguia likes to bounce on his toes from time to time. I think if he really wants to beat Canelo, he'll have to fight different rounds actually on his toes as opposed to just doing it, like a gimmick every once in a while. Because if you could fight on your toes against a flat-footed fighter, that could give you a serious edge. But Jaime is such a big guy, I don't know if he could keep that up round after round. I mean, Canelo never really been fast on his feet. That's facts, Daryl. That's facts. Canelo hasn't been fast on his feet, but he's been fast on his brain. You know what I mean? His brain has been fast. He's making great career decisions. He fought Jermell Charlo and made a bunch of money fighting a man coming up 2 weight divisions and got credited for that. He went on the European Bum of the Month tour. So late in Canelo's career, he's been taking a lot of, picking a lot of cherries, basically. Picking a lot of cherries. Hey, Double X, thanks for liking the live. Everybody in here, make sure you're liking the live. Does Jaime Munguia have a chance against Canelo? Chat, let me know. Someone says Canelo will win. I think Canelo will win if it goes to decision. But somebody says, hey, De Niro, Unc, I'm 25, De Niro. He does have a chance, but I think Canelo's power is a problem. They both have power, but doubled. I have to ask you a question. Canelo was unable to stop John Ryder. Jaime Munguia stopped John Ryder. So who do you think hits harder? Because mind you, a lot of y'all say that Canelo hits harder than Benavidez because of the Caleb Plant thing. Munguia was able to stop John Ryder. Canelo wasn't. So who hits harder out of the two? That's a question I got to ask you. Someone says, I'm ready to debate you. Well, we don't have to necessarily have to have a debate. You can hit the little link at the bottom, come on up, and tell me what you think about whether or not Jaime Munguia has a chance. He has to put pressure on Canelo. Canelo's going to look for the one-shot knockout. I mean, he's going to put pressure on Canelo anyway. That's how he fights. Jaime Munguia is a come-forward, aggressive fighter. That's why I give him a chance to win. At first, I didn't. When I watched his performance against John Ryder, Jaime Munguia throws way more punches than Canelo. He's a risk taker. Pretty much after the second round, I'll know whether or not Jaime is going to win because Jaime fights pretty much in one style. So if Jaime feels something from Canelo and he's no longer taking risks, the fight is over. So I know that by the second round. But if Jaime is still coming forward, getting caught on his way in like how he was against John Ryder, but ignoring it, if his chin holds up, he's going to beat Canelo. If Munguia's chin can hold up, he's going to beat Canelo because of the activity. Canelo's very, very inactive with his punches. He looked better than the Jermell Charlo fight, but you have to understand Jermell Charlo was smaller than him. A man coming up 2 weight divisions, so Canelo didn't have to worry about anything coming back. Against Munguia, Canelo will have to worry about something coming back. But even against John Ryder, I think that was Canelo's first fight back. He didn't throw that many punches. He had his hands up for a majority of the time. And Munguia is so tall with long arms, he could score just jabbing. A lot of guys, if you're going to be fighting Canelo, they should watch that Floyd Mayweather tape. Not to try to imitate Floyd Mayweather, but look at how he uses his jab. Look at how he uses his long arms if you're longer than Canelo. See, Canelo and John Ryder, they're around the same size. I don't really count Canelo's performance against Jermell Charlo because Charlo jumping up 2 weight classes. So that was like taking candy from a baby. Someone says has no chance at all, but Munguia is still winning. He's winning monetarily, but why do you say he has no chance at all? Why do you say that? That's not Munguia's style, unfortunately. Anybody could jab. What is that? Iris. Anyone could jab. It is not necessarily about style. Boxing 101, thanks for the follow. Munguia will win. Munguia has a chance to win, believe it or not. If you in here, make sure you liking the live. Double X shouldn't be the only one liking the live. There's a couple people in here. Make sure y'all tap in that screen. He's much more hungry. That's facts. Munguia is very hungry. That's a good point. Canelo, he's full. He's on his way out of boxing. He's just trying to make a few big checks. D, thanks for liking the live. Someone says Munguia will lose. Why do you say that? Jab, yes, but Munguia doesn't fight from a distance or box. Munguia likes to fight. This fight is terrible. No, this fight is not terrible at all. This fight is good. We can't get the Benavidez fight. This is better than the Jermell Charlo fight. This is going to be a very offensive fight. Munguia is a guy who relies a lot on his chin. Canelo likes to rely on his chin. Canelo's defense is better than Munguia's, though I'll give him that. And Munguia has better feet than Canelo. Munguia is a taller, larger man than Canelo. Franco, thanks for sharing the live. Franco, make sure you liking the live as well. Everybody, make sure y'all tapping that screen. You were right, KJ. He's not going to fight David Benavidez. Yeah, I told you that. Canelo will not fight David. It's okay, though. It's okay. That would have been embarrassing. He probably would have got stopped. This confirmed, KJ. I thought the opponent was American. Well, this is based off of what Michael Benson said. I did a little video on it. Michael Benson, I don't know whose pictures he has. I don't know who's who he's blackmailing, but he always comes up with some shit. So Canelo ducking Ben again. Well, it's not really a duck. Canelo has accomplished a lot in the sport. Benavidez most likely would knock him out. Benavidez is younger than him and bigger than him. So it's like, it's all good. Antonio Morales, what's up? I don't believe any journalists. I mean, I don't believe anybody myself. It's just that we got to work with what we got. This will be a good fight. I thought this is who Canelo was going to fight next anyway. So I've already made videos about this before. Especially when you consider that after the Munguia fight, the announcers were saying shit like, Canelo, did you see what Jaime Munguia was able to do? Because Jaime Munguia stopped John Ryder, Canelo couldn't stop John Ryder. So that's something that Jaime Munguia could mention in the post-fight press conferences. That's a big point that people are going to be looking at. How come Jaime Munguia stopped John Ryder and Canelo Alvarez was unable to stop John Ryder? You got good content, my boy. Thanks, Antonio Morales. I'm going to slow my content down, though, because TikTok dropped my pay because it's nearing the end of the month. So I won't be posting much until next month. And then if my page still stays low, then I'll go back to not posting on TikTok. You think Munguia's movement will be a problem? Yes. Yes. Great point, Boxing 101. And I think that Munguia should move as much as he ever moved before. Because when you watch Munguia, he could get on his toes. For him to be that big, he knows how to get on his toes. He says he grew up idolizing Floyd Mayweather. If he could do some of the things that Floyd did with his frame, he could win this fight. And his chin has to hold up. I mean, this man takes a lot of punches. That's the dangerous part. That's what I don't know if he's going to be able to overcome. He takes a whole lot of punches. So Canelo was on his first fight back against Ryder, so he wasn't letting those hands go. Floyd was on his first fight back against Marquez and dropped him. But you know what? You got a point because Canelo did drop John Ryder, but he didn't get to stop it. So you know what? That's a good point. When you're on your first fight back, you don't know how your tank is going to be. Canelo's probably playing a safe. He didn't want to be exhausted. Still, bro, looked good what Munguia did to Ryder. It did look good. I mean, John Ryder is a guy who they bring out there to lose. He's more of he looks aesthetically the part. He looks like, he's a mean, rough and tough guy, but he's not really a smooth, fluid boxer. So John Ryder is somebody that's brought out there to lose to the big names. So I don't really credit none of their shit when he beat up on a John Ryder. He's just a contender. Benavidez will maybe even stop Canelo. Yeah, I think Benavidez will stop Canelo in 10 rounds. That's why if Canelo doesn't take that fight, I'm not going to be mad at him. It's just that Canelo is missing out on the chance to make history. KJ, do you think Munguia can stop Canelo? No. But he could beat him. He could beat him on points. He throws more punches than Canelo. But the way that Munguia fights, Canelo could stop Munguia. I don't think Munguia could stop Canelo. You got to understand, Canelo has taken punches from light heavyweights. He has a great chin. He's been in the sport for years. He has great punch resistance. Munguia, on the other hand, his style, Munguia's style, his lack of defense, and it's almost like he doesn't care about defense. That's a perfect opponent for Canelo because Canelo will catch you coming in. Canelo's a great counter puncher, even though he's short. He's kind of like Tank Davis. Like, he's short and everything, but he knows how to adjust his distance correctly, and he could catch a guy coming in no matter how tall they are. So if Canelo catches Munguia coming in, like Canelo told Caleb Plant, Munguia going to feel something different. Munguia is going to feel something different. Munguia is naturally bigger than Canelo. Yes. Yes. Munguia hits hard as fuck. Munguia does hit very hard because he was able to stop John Ryder and Canelo wasn't. So we got to give him his credit. I don't think Benavidez can stop Canelo. Canelo has too much experience over David. It's not always about experience. Sometimes people are special. Benavidez is a special fighter. I think Canelo will get stopped in that fight because Benavidez will be just as big as Bivol, except he will be putting on much more offense than Bivol. He'd be much more willing to trade than Bivol was. And Bivol was willing to trade from time to time as well. Munguia not on that level. Good, but not great. Munguia could have got to that level if they wasn't trying to match him up real well his entire career. Not really giving him real challenges and allowing him to be a weight bully at 154. He could have been at that level by now if he was fighting real competition. Could the 2020 Canelo do better against David? Yes. Any younger version of Canelo would do better against David. The Canelo now will get stopped. Like Canelo, his stamina is at an all-time low. He's not throwing that many punches anymore. And he's not even completely focused on boxing. But the Canelo that was at 160, that still had a lot to prove, if he could have been as big as he is now at that young age and with that same mentality, that would have been the best version of Canelo to beat David Benavidez. But the Canelo now, I don't see it. I think he's old. I think Benavidez is too big for him. I think he doesn't throw that many punches anymore. Someone said cinnamon for the win. Yeah, cinnamon might go ahead and sprinkle some cinnamon on Munguia ass and that'll be pause. But yeah, that'll be it. Hey, if you in here, make sure you tapping that screen. Make sure you liking the live if you're in here. Everybody that's liking the live and tapping the screen, I appreciate you. That's how we push the live. So if you enjoy the content, that's one way to give back. Bro, Benavidez hasn't fought hard fights. Benavidez fought Caleb Plant, who is an exceptional boxer at 168. He's not an exceptional fighter, but he's an exceptional boxer. So what are you talking about? Benavidez fought Demetrius Andre. Demetrius Andre was jumping up in weight. But guess what? When Canelo fought Jermell Charlo, who was jumping up 2 weight divisions, nobody said a goddamn thing. So Benavidez has fought competition. Bro, the height difference don't even make it a fight. What do you mean, Timmy? Hey, Lexi Pop, thanks for the compliment, man. He says great content. But Caleb Plant is known to fade late rounds. Canelo is known to fade late rounds. That's why Benavidez will probably stop Canelo in the 10th or the 11th. Canelo will fight Munguia to mentally see if he can fight Benavidez. That's a good point, but Benavidez is bigger than Munguia. Benavidez is better than Munguia, in my opinion. Actually, who wins? Morel or Benavidez? Morel is extremely green right now. I think Morel only has 8 professional fights. And that's what's holding Morel back. I think Morel really should get like another 8 fights before challenging Benavidez. But who am I to say that? If Morel thinks he's ready, he could go out there and, try to make history because that would be historical. If Benavidez were to lose to a man with 8 professional fights, that would be historical. That's not supposed to happen. So if Morel wants to go out there and make history, shit, I ain't going to hold him back. But I will pick David Benavidez to win. Now, that's where experience matters. Like, that's where experience makes a difference. Someone says Munguia will beat Canelo. I think Munguia has a chance to beat Canelo, man. When you watch his fight against John Ryder, when you watch some of his other fights, of course, none of those opponents were on the level of Canelo, like a Rosado and shit like that. But he has a very offensive style. Jaime Munguia has a very offensive style. So somebody that throws a bunch of punches, they always have a chance to win. Only thing is, he doesn't care about his defense. He doesn't protect his chin. And you have to protect your chin against Canelo or you risk getting knocked out. And it's not like he's super big. He's big, but he's not a Benavidez size. He's not even a David Morel size. Everybody on here, make sure you tap in the screen. Make sure you're liking the live, man. Thank you. Munguia will become doubtful in his offense once Canelo starts hitting him. Benavidez does not care. Yeah, Benavidez doesn't care. That's facts. I think that's because he's so much bigger than everyone, too. I would like to see how Benavidez looks at light heavyweight to see if he can still eat and absorb all of those punches. I don't know if he will be able to do that. Because then he'll be fighting guys his own size. And I'm a guy that thinks that Benavidez could beat everybody at light heavyweight except for Bertabiev. But I think he's going to have to make some defensive adjustments at light heavyweight because the punches are going to hit way different. Benavidez will continue to try to hurt Canelo even if Canelo manages to beat him. I don't think Canelo will beat Benavidez. Munguia knocked out Ryder and Canelo couldn't. Exactly. So the Canelo fans, y'all can't run from that because Y'all the main ones saying that Canelo hits harder than David because of the plant thing. But now does Munguia hit harder than Canelo because he knocked out Ryder? Somebody said no, it was because it was Canelo's first fight back, which is a valid point, but still. Benavidez family has way too much experience and knowledge in the ring for Morrell. Damn, he said the whole family because his father is his coach. David hit harder than Canelo, bro. Yes, I agree. I've been saying that for months. The way that David beat Demetrius Andre, Canelo would have never beat Demetrius Andre like that. David Benavidez pretty much bulldozed Demetrius Andre. Canelo, even if Canelo would have beat Andre, it would have went 12 rounds. It wouldn't have been like that at all. Honestly, I think if anyone beats Canelo, it's David. Munguia cannot beat Canelo. Good point. But Munguia has a chance, believe it or not. Got them angry punches. Facts. Benavidez does look very angry when he punches. Canelo has always struggled with boxers. He struggled with Lara, got tore up by Floyd, so you got a point. Andre was coming off the couch. Even if Andre wasn't coming off the couch, he would have lost, man. Benavidez was way too bigger than him, and it's not like he's just big. He actually knows how to box, so it's like a double whammy. So am I the only person that hates Canelo because he's obviously a steroid drug cheater? Yeah, Canelo, he's failed drug tests, and yeah, I mean, I don't hate him. Huh. Sorry about all yawning, but I don't hate Canelo, but a lot of these guys are on stuff, man. Right now, a lot of sports athletes, not just in boxing, are on stuff because everything is so much about entertainment nowadays. So the organizations, they don't give a fuck. It's like by any means necessary, we have to push a product that makes us the most amount of money. So they're allowing guys to do PEDs in all the sports right now. Canelo will fade drastically at the pace of Benavidez. Thank you. Thank you. That's what makes David so special. For him to be that big, he shouldn't be that fast, and he shouldn't have that much stamina. You have to think. David Benavidez is a legitimate light heavyweight, right? Why does he have more natural stamina than Canelo Alvarez? Ask yourself that. Why does David Benavidez, make sure y'all tapping that screen because I'm dropping jewels. Why does David Benavidez have more natural stamina than Canelo Alvarez, and David is a larger man than Canelo? You see? Someone says less muscle mass. Great point, because Canelo's carrying a lot of muscle. David, he has muscle, but he's still kind of flabby. And believe it or not, you don't want to have all this muscle in boxing, man. Muscle takes your oxygen, requires oxygen. Now you're tired. Someone said pause. I don't know where we had to pause at. I said flabby. Those beers are affecting his speed. Hey, great point. Nate Maforo, you can join. All you have to do is hit. It's a link at the bottom. You could ask to join. I'll let anybody up. That's what helps him get so low. Thoughts on Sabril? Does he beat Teal? In my opinion, he does. Well, Sabril is trying to fight Haney, and I would love to see that fight. I might do a live about that later tonight. In fact, I will do a live about that later tonight. Sabril versus Devin Haney. Canelo has so much unnatural muscle, so it affects his conditioning. Even before Canelo was failing drug tests, he had stamina problems. So it's not even just the muscle. The muscle makes it worse, but Canelo is just not a guy that doesn't have good stamina. Who's that white boy in the UFC? The GOAT of the marketing. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is another fighter who just doesn't have good stamina. It doesn't matter necessarily how hard they train or how hard they don't train. They're never going to have good stamina. Like, sometimes that's how it goes. He didn't get gassed at 147. I don't know. I have to go back and watch. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is the PEDs. Everybody in here that's liking the live, thank you. I appreciate it. Conor never won the new versions of the UFC belts. I mean, I don't really follow UFC that hard. Love your videos and subscribe to your YouTube. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. So muscles aren't good for MMA or boxing. MMA is an entirely different sport than boxing. MMA, they're not even going 12 rounds. They're going 3 to 5 rounds. He still looked pretty fresh in the last round with Mayweather. Who are you talking about? Conor? No, Conor, in the last round with Mayweather, Conor like he was about to die. What are you talking about? If that fight didn't get stopped, Conor would have been fucked up for life. He would have been in the hospital, no doubt. Oh, Canelo. Only reason why Canelo even made it out of that fight is because Floyd's hands started hurting mid fight. Before Floyd's hands were hurting, Floyd had Canelo backed up against the ropes. Floyd had Canelo backed up against the ropes. He was hitting him with punches from different angles that Canelo didn't see. If Floyd didn't have hand problems, he would have got a stoppage. He would have got a TKO stoppage where the referee had to step in because Canelo didn't have any answers that night for Floyd. But Floyd's hands started hurting, so Floyd had to go back to fighting a defensive fight. Believe it or not. Is Devin Haney the new Floyd? No. Devin Haney isn't as naturally athletic as Floyd. And Devin Haney's brain don't work as fast as Floyd. There's no offense to Devin because Devin has a very sharp brain in the ring. Like, he makes quick decisions. But if you go watch Floyd in his 20s, bruh, like, one of my favorite Floyd fights is a Tony Pep fight. Floyd would make his decisions so fast in the boxing ring, it was out of this world. Like, it was like, damn. And he happened to be a super fast athlete naturally. Devin is fast, but he's not like Floyd Mayweather fast when Floyd was in his prime. He's just not. Tank is more, when it comes to that raw speed, Tank is as fast as Floyd, or if not faster when Floyd was in his prime. Because he's a freak athlete like that. Floyd was a freak athlete. Devin is a very, very good athlete, an elite athlete, but I don't know if he's on that level as far as the speed and shit. Haney can get rocked kind of easily. Anybody can at that level. Munguia not ready for Canelo. Munguia needs footwork. Munguia is ready to get paid. That's what Munguia is ready. Munguia is ready to get paid. Munguia beats Canelo. You know what? To me, it's a 60-40 fight. Canelo knows that David Benavidez is like fighting at light heavyweight. Exactly. Canelo knows that that's a fight that he could get knocked out. What's your take on hydration clauses? They've been around for years. They're not going anywhere. If you have to hydrate over 10 pounds, then you're probably too big for the weight class anyway. A lot of guys, they're not even that good. They're just bigger than a lot of their opponents. So Judo is probably the only fighter that had the hand speed of Floyd. Facts. Crawford gives Floyd problems? Yes. Crawford gives Floyd all type of problems.
Hello?
Jones, what's up, man?
What's good? I got one question.
All right.
So, why do you think that even though Benavidez he beat Andre a few months ago, and Canelo's still trying to fight other people like Charlo, Crawford, Medina, why what do you think about that? You think Benavidez should be the next person on May 4th to fight Canelo or no?
Yes. Yes. Benavidez. Canelo should have fought Benavidez years ago.
I think so
But
too.
that's a very dangerous fight. I mean, Canelo has never been knocked down in his career. He's never been stopped. He's never been knocked out. If he fights Benavidez, all those things can happen. So he's playing it safe. He doesn't want to get embarrassed on his way out, and that's just what it is.
Mm, yeah.
He
All
ought
right,
to be
thank you.
ashamed of himself.
You should.
Yo,
Man,
yo, the
the,
only, what's up, man? Huh? What's up?
now since Canelo, so he not gonna fight Munguia, or he is gonna
No,
fight
I think he
Munguia?
is fighting Munguia.
Okay. I think
That's a
that's
good fight. You know, we're not gonna get the Benavidez fight, but Munguia is actually a very good fight.
it's a good fight for the most part, but I think Canelo finna get a decision on that. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah.
to you. I
I mean,
think
I
if
think
he,
Canelo gonna knock him out. I think Canelo gonna knock him out because Munguia, his defense, like, he don't be worried about his defense enough, and that's gonna get his ass knocked out fucking with Canelo.
hey, his defense looked pretty solid against Rosado when he fought him. He just kept his hands
Against
up a little
who?
bit more.
Rosado.
Gave, yeah.
Rosado and Canelo, they don't fight nothing alike. I mentioned that earlier though, because I can't really go up the Rosado fight, but he looked great in the Rosado fight. But the thing is, when Munguia wants to land his offense, he don't he don't be thinking at all about his chin and shit. Like, John Ryder was countering Munguia from the ropes, but John Ryder don't have the power or the speed or the countering ability of a Canelo. And he was able to counter Munguia consistently. I'm talking about, it was a time period where John Ryder landed 4 counter hooks consecutively on Munguia. It's just that Munguia ate that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't know if he's gonna be able to eat those same meals against Canelo. I think he might fuck around and get food poisoning. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think Canelo gonna stop nobody because if he couldn't stop Charlo, what makes you think he gonna stop Munguia? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't see him.
Charlo fought a certain fight though, man. Once Charlo got touched, Charlo went into survival mode. Munguia is not gonna fight that fight at all. I'll give you an example. David Benavidez didn't stop Caleb Plant, but he stopped Andre. Andre at no point in time was he trying to just hold and shit. Even when he was hurt, he was trying to fight and win. Caleb Plant was trying to hold for dear life from like round 4 to round 12 and move and survive. So when someone is trying to survive, it makes it easier for them to make it to the 12th round and shit like that. And that's what happened when Canelo fought Charlo. That's why he couldn't stop him. He should have still got the stoppage, but I think
Yeah,
Canelo
I
was like,
still
you know
feel
what,
like
fuck it.
if he thought about it outright, same with Benavidez, if they just thought had a little bit more like you know how Bud or Tank when they get somebody hurt, they start picking the guy who's hurt. They don't go right in brawling their ass. They pick them apart once they get them hurt. I think they should just. I mean, that's just me personally. When someone gets hurt,
I
I keep.
mean, Canelo isn't a pick you apart guy. Canelo and neither is David Benavidez. Both of them, they when they turn up the heat, they come forward with a lot of aggression. They throw a lot of punches. They throw a lot of hard punches. But they're not somebody that's sitting there chilling, depending on picking somebody apart shot by shot.
Hey, Canelo,
That's not the
Canelo
level
used to.
of the sweet signs that they're on.
Canelo used to, but I don't see him stopping him because if Canelo couldn't stop Ryder, what makes you think he could stop Munguia?
That's a good point. Only thing I can say is that Ryder was his first fight back, but maybe he's just getting old to the point where he can't really stop people.
I wasn't buying that hand injury of his. I just think he was just capping and
No, I
just showing.
wasn't even talking about the injury. When you take time off, it's a stamina thing.
Uh huh.
So that's what I'm
Yeah, I
talking
know
about.
what you mean.
To stop somebody, you got to have them lungs with you. You got to have your legs with you, because now you pushing the pace. And sometimes guys don't want to push the pace because if I try to go for the stoppage in the 6th round and I shoot all of my energy into that, then in the 10th and 11th round I'm gonna be feeling it. So I think Canelo
Right.
was like, I'm gonna do what I can do. Oh shit, I knocked him down two or three times. I didn't get a stoppage. Let me just box and go ahead and get the victory.
Yeah, I feel that. I still think Munguia got a little bit of a chance of an upset. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. I feel like he got
No,
a
I
good
think
chance of
Munguia could
upsetting
win this
Canelo.
fight, man. He
I
throw
think
more
he
punches than
could.
Canelo. He's bigger than Canelo. Got better footwork than Canelo. If Munguia gets on his toes more, because I've seen him do it in spurts, but if he actually boxes like that for like 3 or 4 rounds on his toes effectively, he gonna beat Canelo. He got to do some of what Bivol was doing, and he's capable of doing it.
Man, this man said Canelo doesn't have to stop you like Durant. He's gonna beat on you. Man, no the fuck he's not, bro. Canelo overrated. Old, slow as shit. He used to be that guy. Hey, when he fought Triple G, he used to be that guy. He used to be that guy when he was at
Yeah, when he fought
160.
Triple G, that was his apex. I mean,
Yeah,
that was
his
some of the
prime.
best shit he ever put. That was one of the best performances he ever put on. And that was a close fight. It wasn't like he dominated him or nothing, but that
Right,
just shows you the great chin that he had, the countering ability, the power, all of that.
right,
One of his best performances.
for real. I like the second fight. I think I give it Triple G.
Hmm?
I said the second fight, Canelo, I'll give it the slight edge to Canelo, but the first fight, I'll give it to Triple G.
When I rewatched the first fight, I understood why they said Canelo won.
It was a draw. It was the
Oh
second
wait.
fight.
Oh yeah, the first one because he got to keep the everybody got to keep their little belts and shit.
Hmm.
Yeah, so but I thought Canelo won the first one.
You thought he won the first one when he was boxing
Yeah.
him? I didn't think he
When
won
I
that,
broke
bro.
down the first fight and like literally Canelo took a couple of rounds off, but some of those rounds he was making Triple G miss. And then Triple G was trying to win with like a jab and shit, like just jabbing, 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 jabbing. Canelo landed a lot of the power shots. And later on in the fight, Canelo started pouring on.
I don't know, man. Yeah, I feel what
Like,
you're saying. I
like
feel what
literally
you're saying.
Triple G was just trying to win with a jab, but it wasn't like a authoritative jab. Like he won a couple rounds with that jab, but then after that, Canelo started countering him hard, bringing it on at the end of the round. I mean,
Right.
the second half of the fight, it was close, but I would have gave it to Canelo. And Canelo looked slicker. His defense was slicker. His movement was slicker. Triple G
Yeah.
looked kind of rough.
What's going on, KJ?
Yo, what's up, man?
That's his new opponent.
We don't know for sure.
Mm.
Hey, crazy how Canelo ended up ducking Andre. Charlo ducked Andre. Munguia ducked Andre. And Triple G ducked Andre. That's crazy. But then David Benavidez takes him out, but they don't want to give him credit for that. All right. Yeah. That's a funny. That's a funny concept Canelo fans got. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, at the end of the day, they played it smart. In boxing, you have to be given a chance to prove your greatness.
He
So
did duck
Andre, they
Andre.
basically said, "Listen, we're not going to give you a chance to prove you great." I'll give you an example. I'm an amateur boxer, right? So this should be my last year amateur. But when they figured out like I was pretty good, what they started doing is, okay, we're gonna put you in there with someone who's 165 pounds. Let's see how good you are now. So that's what they do if they don't want to allow somebody to look good in front of the fans and shit. Like Andre, a lot of people should have fought him. They didn't. But Andre fucked up when he didn't want to go sign with the PBC. He should have signed
Yeah.
with the PBC,
No,
but
he
he
signed
didn't.
with the Zone. He signed with the Zone only because he was trying to get the Triple G and Munguia fight because he knew Canelo wasn't going to fight him. Cause they said
If you would have
Andre
signed
was
with
never.
PBC,
They said Andre was never him. How was Andre never him? He would have been Canelo's highest payday fight, dummy. He would have been 40 million in 2019. Try that. These Canelo fans don't know nothing. He said, "What
look,
champions
man,
have Andre beat?"
look.
Now you,
Andre,
I ain't talking about
he
you.
allowed himself not to be him. If he would have signed with PBC, he would have been fighting the Charlos, and we would have got to see what was what.
See, the thing is, Andre tried to make that fight happen when Charlo said the matchmaker. He said, "I'm not the matchmaker, bro." But you could have made that fight happen. He like
I mean, they said I heard that Andre turned down the Charlo fight, but if Andre would have signed with PBC, I promise you, his career would have been better. Literally, the biggest check he got was when he did business with the PBC, even though he had to fight a man that was way bigger than him. But the proof is in the pudding.
KJ, like, can I ask you a question about the Charlo fight with Canelo?
Yeah.
Why do you think he wasn't letting his hands go?
I don't know if you ever fought somebody that's bigger than you. Like I'm gonna speak from experience. My second amateur fight,
Mm-hmm.
I weigh in at 152. When I get to the ring, it's a super middleweight waiting for me. His name was Aaron Klingman.
Mm-hmm.
So when you fighting somebody bigger than you, most people don't want to really engage because those are big shots. Especially Charlo, he was in a better situation than me because he got to put on more weight and shit. With me, they didn't allow me to put on more weight. Hey yo, I'm gonna mute this man Mike. But with
So
me, they didn't allow me to put on more weight. They tried to set me up.
so
But even when you
basic
try to put on, more weight, you're still a smaller man.
so
You
basically
understand?
basically you said his punches was hurting.
Yeah. And when as soon as he felt the punch and he felt that he could potentially be knocked out, he started trying to fight a safe
Backward.
fight.
And he was trying to fight backwards. That's the first thing I was like, yo, them punches is hurting. They hurting him. Like, you know what I mean? But do you think the same thing would happen with him and Crawford? Do you think the same thing would happen with Crawford if he fought Crawford?
Oh no, Canelo! If
not
Crawford
him
would get
Crawford
knocked out
box like
because his
Floyd.
mentality.
Say it again.
Crawford would get knocked out by Canelo because of his mentality.
You think so?
Yes,
I never
he's not
thought
going
I
to try
never
to
thought I
survive. He's
never
going to
thought
kill or
that,
be
but you're
killed.
right. I never thought that, but you're right. He was like, man, I'm gonna let my hands go and then get knocked
He
out.
said it in the interview, and when he said it, when you listen to his voice, he meant it. He said, "Before I allow a man to do what he want to do with me, it's going to be a dog fight." Literally, Crawford and Canelo would be a great fight just because of how Terrence Crawford thinks, how he trains, and shit like that.
That'd be
But
a
he would
round of
still
the year
lose because he's too
candidate.
small.
Yeah,
But
but did
if Crawford was naturally a super middleweight, he would knock Canelo out. He would knock his ass out.
but did you see what was the other guy Canelo lost to the Russian?
Bivol?
Yeah, did you
Bivol.
see his arms after the fight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Canelo, that's what he does. I mean, he ruptured Caleb Smith's bicep or some shit. That's what he does, man. He ruptures people's biceps. He hits the arms. It's crazy.
And what's
Yeah.
crazy about that Bivol fight is Bivol was mostly throwing arm punches too, so his shit must have been tired. Like he was like basically just throwing jabs and straights,
I
barely
like
throwing
Bivol.
any big hooks.
I like Bivol.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, Bivol has a very nice a boxing style.
Yeah, his style was elite.
It's
In and
difficult
out.
for Canelo.
Anybody that got footwork is gonna be difficult for Canelo. If Lara had a bigger name, Lara probably would have got the victory against Canelo.
I think that fight was the same outcome as Shakur Stevenson, or no, not Teofimo against Jermaine Ortiz. Lara and Canelo it was the same outcome.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You can't go in there and run.
I mean, but Lara actually, in the late rounds, Lara actually stayed right in front of Canelo and allowed him to, get his shit off.
Yeah, but if he was
Ortiz
in
never
the pocket,
did that. Ortiz never stood there and made it a fight. Lara, if you go watch the fight, there were rounds where Lara stood right in front of Canelo, put his hands up and allowed Canelo to land his little shots and shit. They should have gave Lara. Lara fought different than Ortiz.
KJ, who are you fans of?
I'm not. This is the thing. I don't really consider myself to be a fan of no man or anything. Plus, I'm a boxer myself.
Mhm.
I just give people props when they do well.
Yeah.
The boxers that have been doing great, Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford to me is a historical talent. He reminds me of Sugar Ray Robinson because he has them long ass arms. He has power in both hands. He can fight in all directions. He can do it all. So he's very, very dangerous. Tank Davis, a great fighter. A lot of the lightweights are fucking great right now.
The person that
I like
impressed
Burton
that impressed me the most is Sean Porter.
Yeah, he was a warrior.
Porter.
He was a warrior, man.
I mean, listen, Sean Porter, he fought everybody, but it's kind of overrated. He was forced to fight
Thank
people
you.
because
Yeah,
of the
but he
position was
fought
in.
everybody.
But he was forced to do it as well. Like I'll give you an example. Sean Porter didn't fight Errol Spence until there was no one else, and he was already signed with it. If Sean was signed with Top Rank or somebody, I promise you he wouldn't have fought Errol Spence. But Sean was in a position where he wasn't selling, wasn't making that much money, so he actually had to fight somebody like an Errol Spence in order to make the most money and for his promotion. Because he was signed
But
with PBC.
everybody he fought was in their prime. Danny Garcia.
Oh yeah, I mean you can't take it away from him.
Yeah.
You can't take it away from him. But I'm just saying, some of those fights he was forced into it. He didn't have nowhere else to run. Like Keith Thurman was able to weasel his way out of fighting Errol Spence. Sean, he wasn't. He wasn't able to do that.
That's another person. What you think of Keith Thurman right now? Not the old Keith Thurman, right now.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait until the Tim Zoo fight.
He's gonna get his
I
ass.
think
Fuck
that Keith
Keith
Thurman should have
Thurman.
lost to Manny Pacquiao. That was odd.
Keith Thurman overrated.
It's like Lomachenko as well. Lomachenko is a Porter in my eyes as well.
No.
He fought everybody.
Nah.
Lomachenko,
What do you mean he fought everybody?
Lomachenko's more of a talent. I think so.
I don't know.
Lomachenko,
He's got better feet
I could
than
be
Sean
wrong.
Porter,
I could
in
be
my
wrong.
Lomachenko waited too long to go pro. That's his problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, like with 400 amateur, he should have went pro after 200 amateur fights.
For real.
I'm about to go pro. I'm not even gonna have 20 amateur fights. I don't know what the fuck Loma was waiting on.
How old are you, KJ?
Exactly.
I'm 25.
What's your record?
0-50.
50. I'm
Yeah.
serious, bro. What's your record?
I'm serious too. When I was just telling the story about like my little amateur
You don't have no wins?
No,
So how you going pro?
because I got videos of me whooping people ass.
KJ, stop playing, bro.
If you go to a tab called KJITV in action, you can see me boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is this, like, I'm smarter than like 99. I'm smarter than all these boxers out here. But anyway,
But you wasn't smarter than
when you
those
jump
50?
into amateur boxing, you have to be with somebody. So I wasn't with nobody. My coach is not respected amongst the other coaches. I'm beating on people who've been boxing their whole life. They won't raise my hand after the fight. So you know what I did? I'm gonna turn it into a marketing ploy for myself. I always tell people I'm 0-50. But on video, you can watch me whooping people ass.
Oh, okay.
Like I'll give you an example. It was a dude named Michael Durden or some shit. Michael Dargan. He comes from a boxing family, quote unquote, boxing family. I went down to Philadelphia, whooped his ass in front of his home state for 3 rounds. They raised his hand. There's nothing I could do about that.
Damn. Yeah, they do that to me too, bro. They do.
Yeah,
that.
but that's because if they doing that to you,
That's amateur boxing.
If they doing that to you, that's because you're not with nobody. You're
No.
not
What
with
weight
nobody.
you fighting?
If you with somebody promotional wise and they working through you, or you brought people to the fight, they'll market you. If you with a gym that's popular, they'll market you. If not, you had to do everything by yourself. And to the amateur organization and the Interpro, I want y'all to let y'all know I'm coming. I'm smarter than the rest of these motherfuckers, and I'm in control of all of my shit. So y'all
Alright,
gonna be on
alright.
video around me. Y'all gonna be on
Yeah,
video.
bro. You
How
see
you
what Brusha
how you
in
feel
the
about
comments?
how you feel about guys coming out of prison going pro?
Coming out of prison. I
Prison,
mean, if
prison.
Bernard Hopkins did it. Listen, a lot of times the media like to market them prison dudes because everything in America racial. So if you go to prison and we make you a millionaire, that's going to influence other black men to go to prison. They feel like they could become something in prison.
No,
I'm
because
being dead ass. I'm not joking.
my uncle he did time. He did 11 years. Came home. I think he was 36. He went pro, and he couldn't switch over. He could
I
not
mean,
switch
at the
over.
end of the day, he was 36 going pro. That's old.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
I
know
want to
how these
get turned
guys
pro
are.
soon, man. I had to every amateur fight I win, bro. I have to get my stoppage, bro. And that shit hard as fuck to
Yeah, I
do in the
mean, they
amateur.
don't, David, they don't know. They don't know, but that's
That
why
What
I
do
tell
you?
you, if you, I don't know if you on TikTok, but you got to build your own, you have to make your own money to make somebody respect you because at the end of the day, this shit is about business.
Facts.
We saw Rolly Romero get saved in the middle of a fight because they said, no, Barroso is not about to beat Rolly. We've invested in Rolly. You know what I mean?
bro,
So
That
my
yo,
thing is
that's
this.
not yo, bro. That's not funny, bro. That's
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, you can't tell that man what's funny, what's not funny. But
no.
listen,
I'm not. I'm not talking about him. But that's a disgrace, bro.
no, that's not. It's not a disgrace. That's the game. So if you in the game, you gotta get with the game.
And
Why you
another
think I'm
thing,
making these? Why you think I'm making these TikToks? Why you think I'm going live? You think I really want to do this shit?
What
Everybody
happens?
gonna know who I am. Even
What
right
right,
happens?
now,
right,
on
What
TikTok,
right.
you gotta
happens?
slow me down.
Canelo versus
I'm
Benavides.
be
What
able to sell
happens?
my own tickets. Say what?
What happens? Canelo versus Benavides.
Man,
Benavidez.
Canelo gonna get stopped within 10 rounds.
Yeah, but
Think so?
Benavidez gonna bust
Hey,
his ass. Yeah.
wait. Now let's go back. Hold on, I got a question. So when you ever talk to any promotions or anybody like that?
No, I'm my own. You have to understand something. We in the age of information. A lot of these boxers, they just don't get it. We no longer need these motherfuckers. We got YouTube. We got
They
Facebook.
Right.
Exactly.
they know.
They,
They
We
know.
can get
Trust
the
me,
ins
they
and
know.
no,
outs of the
they
whole
don't know. They
system.
don't.
You
These
don't think
motherfuckers
so?
can't. Boots Ennis is one of the most talented fighters in the world.
No
Why the
promotion,
fuck?
bro.
Why the fuck he not rich?
No
Right.
promotion.
Because nobody want to fight him.
And that's
No,
no,
it's
that's
not. It's
part of
not that
why
nobody want
nobody
to
wants
fight
to
him.
fight him.
Listen,
That's
Jaime
part of
Munguia
why.
got 40. Jaime Munguia got 40 tomato cans on his record, and people are talking about him fighting Canelo.
For real?
So it's not about nobody wanting to fight you. It's
Hell
about
no.
how you promote yourself. You could jump in front of a
Yeah.
cell phone camera like me and
Mm-hmm.
talk your shit and build your own following. I've been doing it. I do it every day.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's why I don't be giving a fuck. I can let them up. They can raise when I go to these amateur fights. You can raise whoever hand you want to raise. I got it on video when I beat this motherfucker ass. So I'm good. I'm cool with
Me
that.
too. Hey, I gotta show you some of my fights, bro. My fight on Signature, I had to fight this dude 2 weight classes bigger than me, just like you. He was like
That's how they
six
do.
four,
Yeah.
and then I
What weight
beat his
class you in,
ass,
KJ?
bro.
150. I'm in 154. That's how they do. My last fight was in Philly. No, it was in Allentown, PA. I fought a dude, bruh. This man 165. They knew he's 165 before I came down there, but they don't know that I had already been in that situation dealing with this fucked up ass amateur organization. So I know how to fight somebody that big. After the
Right.
fight, he's leaking. I've landed way more punches than him. He's bigger than me. Couldn't do shit with me. They still
Right.
raise his hand.
What's your walk
That's
around
different,
weight?
bro.
Huh?
What's your walk around weight?
Like 160. I work out every day.
That's
So it's
what's up.
nothing
That's
for me. I
good.
don't get
That's
big.
good. That's good. Yeah, like I see Bernard Hopkins back in the day when he was active, like in person. I'm like, God damn, his walk around weight is his weight, and when he
Because that's how if you really trying to make it, you have to do it like that. Like
Especially because he old.
this is what I learned, and that's why I'm not mad at the amateurs for being so fucked up. Because if they were to do it right, I would have been training hard, but not really. The way that they have it so skewed, the way that they got it so rigged, you got to be damn near perfect. So that motivate me every day. Like I ran 8 miles a day. I ran 8 miles a day before. You know what I mean? I put in my gym work and shit. I thought I was gonna be fighting in the tournament Saturday, but they ain't call my name yet. So on Sunday, I ran 13 miles. That's what you have to do because you don't know what the fuck is gonna be up. You might get to the fight,
Right.
a person they weigh more than you, and when you go pro, you might get to the fight somebody got loaded gloves. You might get to the fight
For
somebody
real.
they failed the hair follicle test like Canelo. So that's how
Or
this
you're
game is.
What do
It's
you
a
what do you
dirty
what do
ass
you mean?
game, and if
What do
you're
you
not
mean?
dirty,
What do you mean
you
by
got
that?
what's wrong.
A hair? What do you mean by that hair follicle test? What do you mean?
Steroids.
Canelo failed 2 drug tests, 2 PED tests.
I mean, like, was it like that? Did he know about it? Like what?
Yeah,
Was it
that's what
covered?
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Uh, Let me break it down to you, rolling with boxing. At the top level of the sport, first off, the sport is governed by money.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in life is governed by money. So
Mm-hmm.
when somebody can make you money, you'll turn a blind eye to whatever it is they're doing.
Yeah,
I'll give you
but
an example. We're not going to talk about Canelo. Antonio Margarito. This man was fighting people with cement in his gloves.
yeah,
He was able to beat
disgrace to
people up. He
boxing.
almost ruined Miguel Cotto's career. He was able to make money and become a champion while out there committing attempted murder. You feel me?
yeah.
So guys, when they got people behind them and they're making money, the boxing commission as well as the promoters and everybody involved, they turn a blind eye to it. Roy Jones, he's failed drug tests.
Where?
Canelo failed drug tests. So it's not about, oh, did they know about it? Yeah, they
Roy,
know about it.
Roy
Evander
Jones?
Holyfield too.
Yes, Roy Jones failed drug tests. These motherfuckers be cheating. Now, why you think Floyd said y'all got to get 4 random blood and urine tests? Why you think we had to wait so long for the Manny Pacquiao fight?
Yeah,
These
I
people are
already know
cheating.
about.
It's
I
not even
already
just
know
drugs.
about
It's
Holyfield.
organizations. I'm gonna break it down to you real slick. A promoter, when he got a fighter signed to him, he knows, because these people been around boxing so long, they know when their guy not like that. They already know it. So
Mhm.
their goal is to convince everyone else that he's like that for as long as they can until they get to the big check. For example, Jaime Munguia, he fought
There you go,
43
Jaime
tomato
Munguia.
cans. 43 tomato cans. Why are they talking about
Well,
him fighting Canelo? Because from the
yeah,
time that he walked into the gym, he was connected. And they decided, okay, we know that he's never going to be, top 10 pound for pound skill wise. Maybe we could somehow get him on the list, maybe.
Mhm.
But he's not that. We got to convince everyone else that he's that so that we can get him in position to make this big money. After he gets the Canelo fight, they don't give a fuck where his career go after that because they've already cashed out. That's how boxing is.
Type
It's called
shit.
paper champion.
yep. And then they gave him the washed up John Ryder to give a
Yeah.
good performance.
Yeah,
And that's
I mean,
that
even John
defined
Ryder at
him.
his best probably wouldn't have beat Munguia. John Ryder is a guy where they bring him out there. He's Caucasian. He's a UK guy, European. He comes out there with a bunch of muscles. Casual fans don't know shit about boxing, so they see John Ryder. He has that mean look on his face. He has muscles. He looks like a formidable opponent. If you look
Yeah.
at his skill, he's not super skilled. He's
Hell
not
no.
top class in the world. So he really shouldn't be fighting Canelo, and this is some big event. He really shouldn't be fighting. Jaime Munguia defeating him really shouldn't mean anything as far as him fighting Canelo, because John Ryder isn't really top of the line opposition. But
Yeah,
the average fan doesn't.
I want to see Jaime Munguia go against David Morrell. That's what I want to see.
Jaime
Yeah,
McDavid Morel on
That's a good
steroids.
matchup.
But I'm be
That's a
honest
good
with you.
matchup.
I'm be honest with you. That'd be bad for Jaime because David Morrell don't even have 10 fights, and David Morrell probably will mop the floor with Jaime ass.
Oh, he would whoop his ass. Morrell will
So
whoop.
David
look how
on
that would look.
steroids. David Morel on
Look how that would
steroids.
look. Jaime Munguia got approaching 45 pro fights. Morrell got like 8, and you about to lose to somebody with 8 pro. That would look horrible. So that fight would
Yeah,
never happen.
facts.
But that's one hell of a fight. These are the matchups that we're not gonna get because boxing is like how it was now. Right now, it's like how it was when the mafia was in full control. It is 100% entertainment. We don't even know who's who for the most part. That's why I have Terrence Crawford as #1 on my pound for pound because at least he proved it against another great boxer. Right now,
When
motherfuckers
does
proving it against John Ryder.
Who you got second?
Second,
Yeah.
I want to say that damn Inoue cat because he's done so much, even though he's at them lighter weight classes.
Yeah. I have
I
When
them
does-
respect
like
him.
interchangeable basically.
No, it's not
When does-
interchangeable. Inoue never fought nobody like a Errol Spence.
I think
Yeah,
When does
if
that's
Benavidez
true,
become the mandatory?
he has to
They
fight him
said
by
they're gonna
this
make
year.
him Canelo mandatory in March, but it's a catch to it. There's no date on it. They can't put a date on it because Canelo got so much power because he's a cash cow. So what does that mean? That means that without a date, he can have Benavidez waiting virtually forever.
Well, not
So
really.
they're not gonna
I
bet-
just-
if
not
they
really.
put a
I think
date on it-
Benavidez smokes Canelo if he gets the chance. At
No,
it.
no. David's what is that guy's Suleiman, the WBC guy, just announced that,
Yeah, him.
he just announced that it has to happen in 2024 or they will take Canelo's belts. He announced
But
that.
Canelo just forfeit the belt. Canelo don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
It's
facts.
one
Well,
belt.
yeah, well, that or he drops all belts and he loses that. I mean, and then
I mean,
it will
you only
be.
got to drop the one belt though, right?
Well, yeah, but if you think about it, it's more important to him that every interview that he gives to the Mexican fans, it's like, I want to do this for my legacy. Well, guess what? Including me, myself, as a Mexican, will not respect Canelo never fighting Benavides. He would have to hear it till the end of his life that he never fought Benavides because he was scared.
Man, if I was Canelo, I'd look you dead in your eyes and tell you I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'll live the
Well,
rest of
yeah,
my
but
life that
Uh,
but
way, I
hey
guess.
you don't.
KJ, who
If
you
I'm Canelo.
you got
I
Garcia
mean,
beating Haney?
why don't? No, hell
Huh?
no.
Garcia being handy, he has a puncher's chance. I give him a 5% chance. That's the punch. The hook. No,
More like
no,
3.
no disrespect. No, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. Ryan Garcia has a lot to work on when it comes to skill, IQ,
He
timing.
looked
He has
terrible
to
in his
work on
last fight.
his
Can,
forward game.
KJ,
Haney is already developed for real. Like Haney, they're developed into champions.
So
Ryan
at
is
this
like
point,
in a championship
yeah.
position, but he has to continue to get better.
I don't
So it's not
think
a
I
good
don't think
So
position for him to
Ryan
be
could
in.
beat I don't think Ryan could beat Malik Hawkins.
so let me ask you a question. So
Honestly.
I mean, so do you think like Ryan has a future and is going to develop and be in that stardom category to where the Tank fight would have went a
No,
little
because they
better?
keep No, because they keep trying to make him fight top of the line guys. If they were really serious about rebuilding him up, he wouldn't even be looking at towards Haney for like another 3 or 4 years. They're
Yeah.
Facts.
young. They could have really been like, look, Ryan, you got a lot of work to do, so we're gonna work on it. We're not gonna go after the big guys. We're gonna fight some C class fighters, work our way up to B class, work out. But that's called real boxing. This is not boxing. This is show business. So they saying, fuck it.
So
Ryan
then they're
Garden,
just using
if you win,
him.
you win.
So then
If
they're
you
just
lose,
using
fuck
him.
it. We're gonna get as much money as we can before you retire.
so what do you think of Campbell? You think he's a C class fighter?
Who?
Campbell, the one that put him down.
Next popular,
Luke
but
Campbell? Luke
Yeah,
Campbell, not. I think Luke Campbell B class.
B
Yeah,
class.
Luke Campbell was a Olympian, no?
Yeah, Luke Campbell not no bum.
Yeah, he's not a slouch.
Gervonta or Shakur? Who do you got?
I got
So
Shakur.
they're just
Shakur.
using him for
If
his
he fight
name.
a defensive fight, if he fight a boring fight, I got Shakur. The way that Shakur fought against De Los Santos, it's hard to beat somebody that fight like that.
Facts.
Facts.
Just
I
scoring
just, I
points.
just never thought Shakur his career would end up like this. Like I remember he was dating a Mexican girl and he fought her brother, and I was just
What the
like,
fuck that
yo,
got to do with this?
no, I mean because like he was fighting
God
good
thinks he knows
people.
boxing.
No, he was fighting good people. That's how I learned about him.
But
You
I'm
know,
saying, where him dating the girl got to do with this?
no, I'm just saying that's how I learned about it because I was just like, oh shit, it's a brother fighting. You know what I mean? I was like, oh shit, and I became a fan of his because
Huh?
he really
Huh?
whipped her brother ass, and then I see him beating people up. I was like,
Oh, I get it. Yeah, because it was a storyline. It was a
yeah, it
storyline.
was a storyline that made me intrigued. That really
Hey
made me
man,
intrigued.
hey, you wanted something. That's what boxing need too. Like
hmm
the NBA does
Eh,
it, where they got these NBA players. They'll date celebrities for the publicity. Shakur
Social
might have to
media
go out
shit,
there and get
yeah.
a fake girlfriend, a fake celebrity, because that's what got you interested in a damn
Exactly.
in a-
You like, what's your point? I said I didn't know who he was. I heard that. Like, you know,
right. So
he
boxing does need to add in some WWE, some storylines for
yeah.
some of the guys who don't know how to sell themselves.
Devin
hmm
Haney dad is trying to do that right now.
Yeah, but Haney need to do it. His dad doing a good job. Haney need to get active too. If he really want to be a pay-per-view star,
He
Tank could
could.
sit back and not say much because Tank is knocking everybody out. Most
Mhm.
boxers don't have that power. Like Mike Tyson, he talks shit, but even when Mike was silent, people was like, damn. Like it was a press conference where Mike is like, yeah, he thanked Allah and shit. He was like, oh yeah, I'm not trying to do too much. And it was still a great press conference because it's Mike Tyson, man. He gonna knock this motherfucker out. But if you don't have the knockout power and you're not a showman in the ring for real, you got to do shit outside of the ring. So
Mhm.
that's a great point that you brought up, that Shakur was sleeping with the guy's sister and he ended up fighting the guy, and that's drama. That's what people are interested in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Valdez versus Stevenson. That fight, you remember that?
Yes, that was one of his greatest performances. Great
I
performance. I actually picked him to dominate in that fight. I still got it up in my I was right tab.
Now, what was the older fighter he fought? The black guy, and he just
Jamel Herring, he dominated him as well.
destroyed him. in front of his wife,
Yo,
destroyed him.
KJ.
That's what he went in there for.
Yo, KJ, I asked you earlier, do you think Subriel beats Tio?
Sabril has a chance against anybody.
Yeah, in my opinion
A
too.
strong chance. I'm not just saying that like
Yeah,
how
not like
Ryan has
Puncher's
5%
chance.
against
Yeah.
Devin. So the way that Sabril fights is like Aaron Pryor. I don't know if Aaron Pryor
That's why I
was
love
I don't know if you remember
Subriel,
Aaron
man.
Pryor, but
Yeah,
Aaron
yeah,
Pryor was so
exactly.
dangerous. Yeah, Aaron Pryor was dangerous because he had a reckless style. You know what I mean? Reckless abandon style. So
Just come forward.
anything could happen. He didn't care about himself. He didn't care about his opponent. He don't care about getting knocked down. He's just gonna execute his offense. Very
Yep.
dangerous fighter.
What you think of Cambosis?
Yo, hold up.
I mean, he's alright.
What the hell going on, Lexi Pop? What type of name is Lexi Pop anyway? What the hell you talking about?
Hey, he said he sparred Benavidez in Munguia.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Somebody said bro just like watching family suffer. I think they said it because y'all keep bringing up how Shakur beating on people in front of their girlfriend and wives and shit.
Oh, what did he say?
Somebody says black boxers have it so easy they can hold belts hostage and win by robbery. Well, you know what? That's
You
a
know
new
who's
thing.
holding
Because
belts
before
hostage?
the PBC,
Canelo.
no. That's SRT is actually right. The PBC has so much clout that they're allowing the black fighters to get the favor that we're used to seeing white and Mexican fighters get. So
That's
shout out
true.
to the PBC for pulling them power moves.
The fact that we're seeing that, you know, that rhetoric at all is proof of that.
What you think? What you think of Cambosis?
Hey, Lexi Pop, I'm
Cambo's
trying
a
to
tough guy,
spar.
man. Tough guy. Is he somebody that's going to be at the top of his division? No, but he's tough. I mean, I didn't really want to see the Lomachenko Cambosos fight, but I do want to see it at the same time because Cambosos shows a lot of heart. Every fight, he show heart.
I would like to see Cambosis fight Shakur Stevenson. That's
Man, Shakur punish him, man.
it. But you know he gonna try. Cambosis is gonna try. He gonna chase him around.
Shakur could knock
Lola.
him out.
Look, I want to see Shakur and Tank. I want to see Shakur and Devin. Fuck
Lola.
all that. Like,
Shakur and Lola.
I'm trying to see some shit, man. I'm not trying to see Shakur play tag with his man Cambosos and embarrass him. I'm trying to see some shit.
Nah,
Yeah, I want to see Shakur versus,
I'm gonna tell you only way you can see those fights. Let the other fighters don't give a damn about Tank and start fighting each other and fight everybody
That's
else.
that's what I was saying too.
He's
Like we
gonna
have
be forced to fight them.
now. That's a great point. That's a great point. Say that again, man.
Don't worry about Tank. Fight each other and worry about other people, and he's going to be forced to fight them
Because all of the energy is going to be sucked over that way.
Mm-hmm.
All the energy, and that's why Shakur should have took that 25%. But I'm gonna tell Devin like this, Devin, if you really want to fight Shakur, do what Errol Spence did. Give up a little bit. Errol Spence gave up a lot because he wanted that fight. He got his ass whooped, but guess what? Fuck it. People get their ass whooped every day for free. Errol got a $30 million ass whooping. So guess what?
It was supposed to be 50-50.
It was
And
50-50.
then Devin took the Regis fight instead. So Devin's the one that ducked.
No,
Shakur's trying to fight.
No, Devin said 20, gave him 25. But if Devin want to do 50-50 with Shakur, the fight will get made. So Devin do that 50-50 and make history because like my man Rolling with Boxing said, why everybody sitting around waiting for Tank? If y'all all fight each other, people gonna be like, what the fuck, Tank? Why you not getting in on this? So y'all in control. All of y'all are businesses. All of y'all have public interest. Everybody want to see y'all fight. Make that fight happen with Shakur. You gonna make a bunch of money.
I don't remember the weight class.
50-50.
I don't remember the weight class, but remember a couple of years ago, Don King and them put that tournament on Showtime. You don't remember what I'm talking about?
Is that the one where whatchamacallit came out of it?
What's
Ali Trophy?
the light skinned boy? He won.
Yeah, the light skin. You know what I'm talking about? His daddy white too.
Yeah.
Whitaker?
Andre Ward.
Yes, we need another one of those.
I don't think we're gonna get one, but that would be perfect.
Yeah,
especially for the lightweight division. Especially for the lightweight division, bro.
Bro, that shit was
There's so many great lightweights, boy.
Yeah, definitely.
That was so entertaining, and that shit was spanned over like 2-3 years. It took that was great, man.
Man,
the thing is,
what you
is trying to act like they're gonna be Floyd and make every single main event every pay-per-view has to be millions and millions of dollars. That's not realistic. You're not going to be.
Hey,
You have
KJ.
to develop a fighter and develop and build up to these big fights. You can't just try to act like you're going to cash out every night. It's just not going to happen.
Hey, KJ, what do you think about Keyshawn Davis?
Oh, he's talented as hell, man. The businessman, talented.
My boy whooped his brother in the amateurs. His brother ass.
His younger brother?
Keon, whatever his name, yeah, his older and other brother, they both ass. Keyshawn ass though.
KJ.
His older brother
Yo,
ain't
David
that
is
bad.
fucking wild, boy.
His older brother ain't that
KJ.
bad.
Yo,
Can I ask Armando a question?
you can ask anybody a question, brother.
Okay, Armando, how you feel about the new era of Mexican boxers?
I feel like they're afraid. That's the answer. Afraid.
That's a that's a fact.
Yeah,
I
I
grew up
feel
with
like none of
Mexican.
them are like the old boxers. My dad quit watching boxing because of the new era.
Damn.
Hey, Michael Jordan, thanks for the gift.
Yeah, like
Now, in terms of skill, boxing's at its peak. Hot
no,
take.
it's not,
Boxing at its best. Yeah, it is. In terms of skill,
bro.
Sugar Ray Leonard wasn't putting his hands back to his face like we are today. You can't say his
No,
defense
Sugar
is
Ray
like.
Rock. Hey, no, Dave, I'm telling you straight up. Nobody out there right now boxing is as skilled as Salvador Sanchez and Ray Robinson right
Yep.
now.
Sugar Ray
None of them.
Yep.
Robinson is the best
Salvador
The
fighter of
Sanchez
last
could
all
beat
fighter,
time.
the last
anybody's
fighter that was
I
peers
as skilled as them,
anyway.
disagree.
Floyd Mayweather
Crawford and
retired.
Boots.
Floyd Mayweather is
Crawford and
retired.
Boots.
Nobody is as skilled as
Salvador Sanchez.
Salvador and Sugar Ray. And Boots is a
Crawford.
pretty fighter, but it's a difference between executing those moves against nobody's and executing them against somebody. So I don't know, but I feel you though. Boots is super skilled, but I
Sugar
gotta
Ray
wait for him to
Robinson
get
is
into
my
the fight.
favorite fighter all time. Sugar Ray Robinson.
Floyd
Okay,
Mayweather
KJ.
beat the shit out of Sugar Ray Robinson and Sugar Ray
You're
I
Leonard.
don't know.
And
Sugar
crazy.
Ray
Mayweather's
You're
the
Huge though,
greatest
bro.
of
He
all
was huge,
time.
man.
You're
How they
crazy.
gonna beat him when they don't put his hands back to his face? Floyd's gonna sit there and block his
Sugar Ray
punches.
did put his
Floyd's
hand.
gonna
Go.
pick.
I'm not talking about Ray Leonard. I'm not talking about. I think Floyd would beat Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Robinson was damn near 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
He had power in both hands. He had a 74-inch reach. Basically, he was a light skinned Terrence Crawford. Like I don't know if
And
you
he
ever went
was
back and watched the
mean.
footage. The
He
man could
was
fight at all
Boxing
levels. He could fight on
today.
the inside, mid range, outside.
yes,
Had a hell of a
yes,
jab. Was fast. Like I don't know.
yes.
He
Floyd might
fought
get knocked
old
out, bro. I'm be
white
honest with
men.
you.
I can't give him credit. He
They
fought
don't
old
know.
white men. I
What
can't
do
give
you
him credit for
yo,
that.
you
He
tripping,
fought.
bro. You
He fought
tripping.
Carmen Basilio. He fought Jake LaMotta. Who did he fight? Who did he fight besides
Are
Henry
you
Armstrong, the
serious?
old Henry Armstrong?
Randy Turpin wasn't no chicken dinner.
He
That's number one.
wasn't
But you know what?
either, but
Ray
that's the
Robinson,
only
that's a great
one.
point. Ray Robinson's resume does not compare to Floyd's resume at all.
Of course not.
Know about
And
Marciano?
then
He didn't fight nobody,
But I'm
Floyd
gonna
but
tell you this
Mayweather.
though,
But
Dave. In
did
one
you hear
fight,
what you just said?
Ray Robinson could knock the man out. Yo, he was talented.
But did you hear what you just said? Floyd
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather always talking about who he beat, how many champions he beat. But when it comes to his other fighters, it's about money. No, it's not, because every time you talk about your legacy, you don't talk about the money first. You talk about all the champions you beat. You know what I
Because
That's
mean?
why
Floyd
he'll
understands
remain
that
on top.
Floyd understands that his fighters aren't him. They can't do what he did.
But he could
Like
try.
Floyd would have
He could.
fought. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, like I said, I fuck with Tank. Tank's super talented. He one of the best in the world. But Floyd would have fought Loma years ago.
Yup.
So Floyd understands that not all of his fighters can. Literally, you're not supposed to be able to do what Floyd Mayweather did. He was special. But a lot of these motherfuckers, they signed to Floyd. He can't be just putting them in position to fight the best and after the best, or they're gonna start taking some losses.
And let
And
me
Floyd
say,
fought Canelo.
let me say
Crawford
this
not
though.
fighting Boots.
Yo, Floyd fought Canelo when he was real young. So after he retired, and the more success Canelo got, it made Mayweather look better.
Yep.
That's how I feel. It made him look better. The more popular Canelo get, it makes Mayweather look better.
All he
because
gotta
he
say is,
beat him.
"I beat Canelo." Jay, thanks for the roses, man.
So it's
Floyd
kind of
fought
like he living
Sugar
off
Ray
of
Robinson.
the Canelo's greatness sometimes.
Well, no,
Nah.
he's living off
He
his own.
said Floyd Dog GGG. That's funny.
How,
Yeah, how the
bruh?
fuck Floyd gonna dunk a middleweight? Floyd Mayweather has never been able to weigh 154 pounds for his professional career. How the hell he gonna dunk somebody who fight at 160?
Floyd would have
Floyd
schooled
fought
that
at
bastard.
154 and didn't even weigh 154 on fight night. He weighed 150. Like,
I
what are you talking
forgot
about?
Beat
who
the
was the
shit out
guy.
of
Who
Triple
was the
G.
guy? they said Floyd Mayweather duck. Was it to Akasazu or
Margarita.
No, it was
They
Winky
say he ducked a
Wright.
lot of people.
Winky Wright, Paul Williams, Oscar De La Hoya rematch. They said he ducked Amir Khan. They said he ducked Keith Thurman. They said he ducked Kell Brook. They said he did all that shit, bro. And Floyd would have
Yeah.
beat the
I
shit
mean,
out
you
of all
can't
of them.
fight everybody.
Yeah, I would have I don't remember Keith Thurman being around when
No, it was at the end of Floyd's career. Keith was calling Floyd out. Floyd said, "Fight Errol Spence and I'll give you a fight." Keith Thurman said, "Hell no."
Who do you got, Bivol or Better Beef?
Huh?
Who do you got, Bivol or Better Beef?
Berta Beer.
You think so?
Yeah.
And another
Yo,
thing too,
KJ.
how is Keith Thurman providing for his family and not working?
He
Investments.
made a lot. First off, he's been a commentator. Number two, he made millions as a boxer. As long as he didn't spend all that money, he should be able to provide for his family.
Bro,
Yeah.
listen, that Pacquiao fighting him, that's iffy. I think he lost that on purpose, bro. For that check.
No,
Bro,
he didn't lose that on
what?
purpose. That motherfucker was in the casino. He was in the casino playing and shit.
Keith was mad. Keith was mad after that fight, bro. Keith said Pacquiao didn't do shit. Keith was saying
Bro.
that he should have won that.
Hey,
Like,
He
he's
didn't,
so
but
convinced he won that.
he was in the casino having fun and not instead of focusing. Pacquiao was 40 years old, a legend in the sport, somebody with all types of experience.
Sean
Like Pacquiao
Porter,
has experience
Sean
that you
Porter
can't
would
find
have
nowhere else.
destroyed Pacquiao. Sean
Who?
Porter would have destroyed Pacquiao.
We don't know that.
I don't
He
know,
would've-
man. Listen,
He would have destroyed him, bro.
I don't know.
No, you think Kell
Watch
Brook?
the Pacquiao
Kell
we don't
Brook
know.
whooped
That
Sean
was
Porter's
Pacquiao
ass.
had one more last roar. That old line had one more
Bro,
roar and a little bit more.
what was the
bite.
what is the Spanish dude that looked black that beat up
Ugas.
huh?
Ugas.
Yeah, he ain't shit.
No, you're not listening though. That was like 2 or 3 years afterwards. Pacquiao was 40 when he fought Keith Thurman. So each year, 40 to 41, 42, 43, that's like 5 years. That's like dog years and shit.
That
You an
was 3
athlete.
years after, bro.
Yeah, it was 2 to 3 years after.
No,
Pacquiao was
it
either
was like
42
a
or
year and a
43.
half, bro.
Huh?
It was like a year and a half.
All right, that's 2 years, bro. Either way, a 40-year-old athlete and a 42-year-old athlete, that shit is like dog years, bro. You're not supposed to be, really, you're not supposed to be boxing at 42. You're not supposed to be boxing at 40. Why do you think Floyd left at 37?
Bro,
Yeah.
Besides Malignaggi, who did Broner beat?
When you put it like that, a lot of the people that Broner beat because he's a multiple division champion, not big names.
Is Broner a hype job, or did he just?
Broner is a man that didn't live up to his potential. That's all.
No, I'm gonna tell you what was Broner. He was doing too much. You know, when he first came out, he was trying to be a rapper. He was signed to Rick Ross, went on tour with Rick Ross on the height of his career.
Yeah.
He would have.
Muhammad Ali put out an album at the height of his career, bro. That's just an excuse. Roy Jones put out an album at the height
But
of his career.
everybody can't do.
Adrian Broner wasn't
No,
dedicated.
I'm just saying that's an excuse. That's not why you can rap all you want to rap. You still got to go to the gym. Floyd Mayweather spent his days at the booty club. You
But
still got to go to the gym.
what
didn't
was
wanna
the
go-
guy? What was his first loss? His first loss, right? Broner
Was it
first
Maidana?
loss. Yeah, that was a great fight. He just lost.
Yeah, that was a great fight. And he was coming up in weight. But Maidana
And
had on some bullshit.
he should have
gloves, too.
He should have fought him again. He should have
I
fought
don't
him
know if he
again.
wanted to fight him again.
It would have been the
Maidana is
same
not no
outcome.
easy ass.
Yeah,
Maidana is not
bro.
no easy guy to be in the ring with. Look at Floyd. Look at how Maidana gave Floyd Mayweather. Literally, people call Floyd the best fighter ever. Maidana gave him hell. So I don't think Broner wanted to fight Maidana again.
Hell no.
But
Nah.
the second fight, he figured him out and bust his ass more.
Yeah, but it's Floyd. This is the thing.
Yeah.
When you watch All Access with Adrian Broner, him and Tank Davis was training together. Adrian Broner was saying shit like, "I don't feel like getting up. Why you running so fast, Tank? Why you doing this? Why you doing like?" It was clear that he wasn't interested in training. So when you don't train, you're gonna have hard fights. When Ali came back, I don't know if you noticed or not, but Ali used to mess with girls right the night of the fight. You know what I mean? He used to be with women.
we're not gonna get on
you-
Muhammad Ali. I
No,
think
I'm
he's
just saying.
a hype
Listen.
job. He's
Ali
hype.
used to be with 2 and 3 girls right before the fight. So a lot of his close fights, they weren't even supposed to be that close. He didn't have no legs. He was in there going off straight talent, and he wasn't training as hard because he was confident in his abilities. But when you do it like that, you're gonna get knocked down a couple times. You might get your jaw broke. It's gonna be a rough fight.
Yo, Muhammad Ali lost to a person that only had 7 wins.
I mean, Ali was in his 40s though.
Yeah, he had
Bro, come
Parkinson's
on.
at
Well,
that time.
if he wasn't in his 40s, he was damn near 40. He was old. You
Bro,
talking about
Parkinson's.
Spinks.
you talking about Spinks?
yes. Bro,
Yeah,
y'all know
Ali was at
y'all
the end of his career. He was at the end of his
KJ.
career.
yo, bro, y'all know
I'll,
y'all stuff
K,
about when it comes to this boxing shit.
yeah. KJ, I'll post a
We know
video if you
some
want
stuff.
to.
What's up?
I forgot to tell you. Actually, I ran into Leon Spinks in Vegas. I'll post a video and I'll show you. I ran into him, and I didn't even know it was him until he had two of his security guards by him, and I recognized
Okay.
him, and I was like, "Is that Leon Spinks?" And they're like, "Yeah." They wouldn't even let me take a picture next to him. They said I could take a picture like 5 feet from him. I
Old
was
school
like,
boxers stay at the
"No."
casinos.
Yeah, and I was like, but they let me shake his hand though, and then I shook their hand, but they wouldn't let me take a picture like with my arm around him. I'm like, what the? I don't know what that was about, but they
Who
let me
said
shake.
Ali was a hype thing?
Me, I said it. He's hyped up.
What?
They,
Oh, yeah. I mean, Ali. No. Ali is this the thing about Ali. Ali's record, he fought a lot of people that he shouldn't have been fighting, like because he was better than. But when it came down to him being an underdog, he would win. So that's what made that's what
I just felt
Ali
like
was like. Ali was like fucking. Imagine if Eli Manning was more naturally talented,
mhm.
but he still beat Tom Brady like that. Like
I
Ali was
I
winning
feel
fights that he
like
wasn't
I
supposed
feel
to win.
like
That's why people
I,
remember him.
I feel like because what happened outside the ring, they combined it. So he was a great
Yeah,
man outside the ring. So that's why they consider him the
they look
greatest
at
of
him
all
as an
time.
even greater boxer than what he really was.
Yeah.
Ali had a lot of flaws. He lost fights.
Aura.
He had a lot of gift decisions, and he fought a lot of bums. But the thing about Ali that you
He's
gotta say
mythic.
is, when you put the
He's like
fucking
Mike
the chips in
Tyson.
the middle of the table, when you put that money up, he probably gonna win in those big fights. Like he wasn't supposed to beat George Foreman. He beat him. Wasn't supposed to beat Sonny Liston.
Holyfield is
He
way
beat him.
better than Muhammad Ali.
Who?
Holyfield.
Holyfield was on steroids.
You tripping.
Hell
No.
no.
That's
Holyfield's
tripping.
not
You
better.
tripping.
Holyfield
Holyfield is
lost to
better.
Lennox Lewis. Holyfield
Holyfield
got
was
his
on
ass whooped
steroids,
by.
man.
Oh,
Sorry.
he got his
No,
ass
he's
Okay.
not
whooped
better
by
than
Oh,
Ali.
you said they
He
all
lost to
cheat
James
now.
Tony.
No, I didn't say they all cheat.
Yo, so
Hey,
you telling
I
me
said in today's era,
you
most of these dudes is on something. In that
let
era, it was different.
yo,
Holyfield was on that
Holyfield is
shit.
the best American heavyweight of all time. I don't care.
You lost it. You out of your damn
so
mind.
let
You
me ask you
Hell
this
tripping.
question:
no.
If you think
Hell no.
Holyfield is the
Hell
best,
no.
if you think Holyfield's the best, then you might as well just call
That
all of
that
them. You might
who
as well
the Brent?
call.
Lennox Lewis better than Holyfield.
Yeah,
I
but
said the
no,
best
no, no,
American
no.
heavyweight.
KJ,
Oh, America,
KJ,
America, America.
KJ.
Best
Wait,
American
you,
heavyweight of all
you,
time.
Hell
Nah,
no,
no.
no,
I'm not
no,
getting
no.
behind no goddamn cheater. I'm sorry.
No, wait, KJ. But if you say Lennox Lewis is the best, then you might as well call Oliver McCall the best, because he was horseshit, and he knocked Lennox Lewis out with one punch.
And then Lennox
It's
knocked his
heavyweight. My
ass
cousin
out.
knocked out Lennox Lewis with one punch. My cousin is not better than Lennox Lewis.
And Hasim Rockman.
Yeah, he not better than Lennox Lewis. It's anything boxing, anything can happen. You get your ass
Yeah.
knocked out.
And
Telling me you better. That's why
I
if
watched that
somebody
fight.
better, this is how you know when somebody better after they knock you out. If they beat you in a rematch, then they better. But if they rematch and they outbox you, that means you got lucky. And I'm not gonna say you got lucky, but you won. You was able to win. But skill wise, you're not better than that man. You just had a good night.
Yo,
That's how the rematch settles it all.
you go watch Holyfield fight right now. His old fight, that shit is so entertaining, bro.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Was the
because
Foreman
When
one?
you on boys, you could do that shit. You could be entertaining for 12 and 15 rounds when you on that shit.
come
But yeah,
on,
you
bro,
right.
relax, bro. Like
He on that shit, bro.
like
He on
relax.
that shit. Go
I
look it up.
I know because I know because he's really considered a small heavyweight, and I think that's why he was on that shit.
Exactly. He went from light heavyweight. He was coming from light heavyweight.
Because
They say this man got
remember he had a heart attack
bullets
after
on
the
his
fight.
neck.
Remember he had a heart attack after a fight.
Oh, Holyfield.
Yeah.
That's what happened when you
Well,
on that shit.
well, he had a hole in
Steroids,
his heart.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm just saying. But when you on that shit, that's what happened.
What about Chavez? Chavez against Floyd Mayweather, both in their prime.
Oh, Chavez one of you guys say Chavez. Go watch Chavez versus Pernell Whitaker and let me that'll answer your question.
I mean, does he have to get lucky?
No,
What
he's not.
about
It's not gonna be no luck. He gonna get his ass whooped.
what about
Chavez
Panera?
fought dominant. When Chavez fought Pernell Whitaker, go watch it. Go watch the fight. Because I'm about to get off the live soon, but go watch the fight. Chavez versus Pernell Whitaker. Pernell beat him on the inside. The outside was bullying him around, putting him on the ropes. He did whatever he wanted to do. He had that man on the
Facts.
string.
Facts.
Yo, one question. Do you think if Bam Rodriguez went up in weight, he had a chance against Naoya?
You talking about Bam?
Bam Bam.
He fought the UK dude, the little white boy, right?
Yep.
Dominated him.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't beat him. He wouldn't. He'd be too small, and that Navarrete, he throw too many punches.
Alright,
Excuse me.
word. I mess with Bam though. He got feet.
Bam can fight.
Alright, bro. I'll see you.
All right, man. I'm out.
All right, peace out, KJ.
Peace.